Hello. Oh, hello. Hopefully, don't know what happened there. Right, that's not what I want. Morning, Rachel. I'm just trying to sort out my first live died. Bear with me. I'm trying to do 5 things at once now, which is never a good idea. Bear with me one moment. As people join, if you could just let me know that you're there, that would be really useful. So that I know, because everything's gone a bit doolally, which I could really do without this morning. Really don't need this. So yes, if you've managed to find me again, please could you let me know that you're here, because yeah, for some reason Facebook decided that kicking me out was a really clever idea. Yeah, Rachel, you don't actually, yeah. I have a cracking headache this morning, so no, I can't do 5 things at once. Hi, Jan. Sorry, I'm not in a. I was in an interesting mood before Facebook decided to just kill my video. Not in a very good mood now at all. Hurrah! I'm having some coffee while you rejoin. Right, so Jan's found us, Claire's found us, Rachel has found us for the first time today. Sorry if I sound a little humorless, I am. Really don't need Facebook to do these things to me. Anyway, right, I will do my usual housekeeping again, because I'm not going to bother with the first bit of the video because it really wasn't that exciting. So this is a Facebook Live. Hi, Nora. Sorry about that. I have no idea why Facebook did that, but it did. So this is a live video. It's filmed on Tuesday, the 15th of December. You know it's live if you can see in the top left-hand corner a red live. If you can't, then it's a replay. And if you're on YouTube, it's a replay. If you share the video, and I mean this video, I'm going to delete the other video. If you share this video either on Facebook or on YouTube, you'll be entered into a prize draw. And to share it, you have to type the word shared with a D. Right, anything else I've forgotten? Don't think so. Other than you found me, Lorna. I was talking about the Basic White versus Whisper White. So Whisper White is retired. The manufacturer has gone out of business because of COVID. At least that's what we've been told, is because it's of COVID. Grey but dry Swansea. Hi, Wendy. So it's going to be Basic White from here on in. You can only order... Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Nora. You can only order 2 of each of the products in Whisper White while they're in stock. We don't know when Basic White will be in stock, but obviously as soon as we know, I will share that with everyone. But I have these flyers ready to go out with the new mini catalogue, which I'm hoping to send out later this week. Right, I think that is all I needed to say, other than we're using the Handsomely Suited bundle from the new catalogue. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, everyone who shared. And yes, if I've missed anything out that I said in the first video, other than I've got a splitting headache, still, please do add it to the comments, because I honestly can't remember. So, Strictly Come Dancing was the inspiration for this particular project. I've got a Whisper White card base. If anyone is joining from overseas, either now or later, Strictly Come Dancing in the States is known as Dancing with the Stars, but it's Strictly Come Dancing. So thick Whisper White card base, basic black jacket, black glitter paper collar for aforementioned jacket, bow tie, and I have got a collar that will go in there. I'm thinking I might pop that up and then have the bow tie on top of that. So this is going to be a fairly basic card, as in I'm not going to do much frou-frou, but I will also be doing the card that I did for my father's 90th birthday. So just so you know. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is adhere my glimmer to my basic black. I'm actually going to add my adhesive to the basic black, with the possible exception of that little point. Now, for those of you who, and something I do remember I said, which I've forgotten, because this is Facebook Live and I still haven't got my technology sorted out for doing zooming and split screen and all that good stuff, and today was never going to be the day for me to try that. This is all I can do. I can't zoom in, and I know some people on YouTube have an issue with that. I will do what I can to show you things further up. UPS delivered a day early. Whoa. I think they're trying so hard to get everything to everyone on time. Yeah, I bet. I would just say that UPS are struggling a bit in the UK, not least of all because I gather they are involved in the delivery for the vaccine. So, which frankly, given a choice between getting the vaccine to people and getting me my crafting supplies, I know which one I'll take. And it's not my crafting supplies. So, yeah. This is actually slightly shorter than the die cut for the collar. For the jacket, rather. So just bear that in mind. I don't know if you can see. Can I get the light to shine on it? Just about there. There is a very small difference. I'm not going to worry about it. Right, so I'm now going to pop this onto my card base. People do need to be patient, Baz. Absolutely. They need to be patient about a lot of things at the moment. I'm just hoping that my father, who is, as you will possibly remember, 90 and in a very high-risk group. I know there are lots of people in high-risk groups, but I think 90 with a form of leukemia which impairs his immune system puts him fairly high up the list. I'm hoping he will be given his vaccine sooner rather than later. Right. He should be on the, in the first or second wave. Greater priorities than crafting products, absolutely. And I speak as someone who has had one of their UPS deliveries go halfway around Europe and back again. These things happen. As it was my mini die cutter. So, I would have liked it to have arrived a little earlier, but all I had to do was drive to my local depot, which is at least 10 minutes away. So it really wasn't an issue. And pick it up. And that way I knew I was going to get it. So it was fine. I have got another delivery that's due tomorrow, I think. Right, so I put dimensionals on the back of my collar. And I'm going to put my collar slightly above the top of the jacket. This is going to be a fiddle. See you soon, Baz. Sorry, I'm assuming your phone battery rather than your battery. Bye-bye. See you soon. Right. Okay. So I've put it very, very slightly above where the jacket is. But I have put it on dimensionals because I think it should be. And then this, I'm just going to put a small black dimensional on the back. And I went for the small bow tie. There are 2 bow ties in the set, but I went for the small because I think for a dinner jacket, a small bow tie is probably preferable. And I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive either side, just as an extra. So that's going to go in there, and I'm just going to slide it into place before then pushing the center down, because the center will then anchor it. Now we could also, and I think I will, put buttons down the front. So this is where I can bring out my mini die cutter. Now I've had this for not quite a week yet. Loving it, by the way. And I would say because it's so small it can fit on my desk, even the way my desk is looking at the moment, which is horrific. I'm doing more die cutting than I normally do. So yes, I've just got a strip of Whisper White that may not be wide enough. No, not going to be wide enough. Bum, bum, bum. I know what I've got. I've got the leftover from the collar. So a piece of Whisper White, my buttons, which come in a block of 6. So the width of the plate are, let me just grab my trusty school ruler. So the width of the plates are 3.5 inches. For those of you who are modern and metric, that is not quite 9 centimeters. The width of the gap for the metric folk is about 9.5, and for those of us who work in imperial is about 3 3/4. Just so that you have an idea. I need to put my heater back on. I forgot to turn my heating on, so it's a little chilly in here. So this is just until you get to the die, which obviously is, you know, going to take a bit of pushing through. You can do it with almost one finger. It's amazing. And there are all my little buttons. So let's just pop those out. I would still highly, highly recommend flipping your plate basically every time you use it. Just so that you keep the bottom plate, as in the bottom cutting plate, flat. So let's pop those to one side for the moment. Hi, Deborah. Sorry, just adjusting my heater again because it was not twizzling and I wanted it to twizzle. So let me just grab my take your pick and take my buttons out. Now, take your pick sticky end. Is it sticky? That's the question. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. So, the smallest little blip of glue, and it really is a tiny, tiny bit of glue. And then, now you could do fancy things, but for me, because I'm old-fashioned that way, a dinner jacket has white buttons. Sorry, a dinner shirt has white buttons. Now, having got the first one in place, I am going to be truly sad and measure where the others are going, because that's just the kind of girl I am. Can't decide whether I'm going to go every inch or every 2 centimetres. I think I might go every 2 centimetres. Now, I know I'm an imperial girl. I'm very happy to be an imperial girl. But the difference is purely a matter of a unit of measurement. So I will, on occasions, flip between the two because they are just a unit of measurement. And if I'm measuring, then it's very easy for me to just use the other unit of measurement. Really not difficult. These are all the wrong way up now, of course. So I know I've asked this question before, but I'll ask it again. Who's ready for Christmas? Oh, and here's another question. How many Christmas cards did you A, make, and B, send out? And they're not necessarily the same thing. Right, so I've got one button left over, which is fine. Don't need that. So we've then got, can I catch the light? Not really. Anyway, we've got buttons down the front. Now what we can do, and what I think I might do, which one am I using at the moment? One of these has actually got something in it and the other hasn't, is just to add a little bit of something, is just add some Wink of Stella to my buttons, just so that they have a little bit of something to make them a bit more obvious. And they're sort of white mother of pearl then. So don't know if you can distinguish the difference, but anyway. So there, that's my nod to Strictly Come Dancing. Is a excellent. I will tell you how many I've made and mailed in a moment. So that's our first project. Our second one is going to be, as near as I can make it, a replication of the card I made for my father's 90th. So I've got a piece of the perfectly plaid tidings paper, and I've cut this at 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. It's what I do mostly. I have pre-cut some braces out of the festive felt, which is retiring, but I think is still available. I still need to cut the clips for his braces, the straight bit across for his braces, and some buttons. And I'm thinking I might go my least favourite, Cajun Craze. Haven't sent any yet, Claire. Okay, I mean, I only sent mine yesterday, so I'm not really that far ahead of anyone. I will share how many I made, as I say, in a bit. So I want some Cajun Craze for the buttons. So I need a little bit of that, which I have in my Cajun Craze, Cajun Craze thing. Then, why have I put it back in pumpkin pie? Oh no, I put it back in Cajun Craze. But clearly haven't, my silver. I'm hoping, yes, I do have a bit that has got some sticky on the back. This bigger piece has got adhesive sheet on the back, which is going to make life a lot easier. I love the adhesive sheet, just saying. Right, these I'm going to stick on with tear and tape, but everything else is, apart from the buttons, is going to have the sticky. So again, my mini die cut and emboss. Now do remember that if you know someone who wants one of these for Christmas, I am doing vouchers. a voucher and I will order it and have it posted straight to them on the 5th of January when these are available for customers. And I pick up the postage for that, so you just pay the £56. The other option, if you would like one soon, is obviously to join, because you can put it in your starter kit. I'm also doing vouchers for just value for anyone who wants a Christmas present for someone that you know is crafty, or indeed wants to have for themselves. And hubby possibly hasn't quite got their head round how to order craft stuff. Make it easy, get him to buy you a gift voucher. I add the postage onto the gift voucher so that the voucher itself is just the value that you have elected to pay. So if someone were to order a £50 voucher, it would actually cost them £54.95, but the value on the front would be the full value. Right, so I will explain why I've done this with the straight bit here in a moment. So that's that. We will have to go through 3 times more. So my buttons have all beautifully popped out, so I can scoot those out. My clips will come out with the aid of my Take Your Pick, which I put in the wrong place. Oh, Nora, I saw an email from you. Yes, you did use the host code, and I think that was the only thing you wanted me to be able to let you know. But if there's anything else I need to know, you need to know, I will pick up the rest of the, and I will email you. I will see what else there was that you needed doing, and I don't think there was anything, but if there was, I will have a look, and thank you for the order. Right, so what I'm going to do with this is, this is great for the clip on the braces, but it's too long, so I'm going to make it shorter just by layering it over. Now hopefully, there we are, hopefully that will be wide enough. In fact, that's too wide, so I need to go one smaller. But yes, Nora, I'll send you a proper reply. It is the one thing you need to be aware of, particularly with your mini die cutter, is make sure there's nothing underneath your handle, because it is very, 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 very narrow, low rather. So you could end up bashing your fingers on things. Ask me how I know. So I've now got my diddy, I know it's not beautifully in focus up here, but I've got my diddy bit to go across my braces. So I just need to do that again with the other one. And then I can start putting it all together. Am I the only one who, particularly when the plates are new, find their cutting plates very static? I know it's that sort of weather, but right, so how many? Ooh, where did I put it? Where's my little baby? Oh, it's over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 little stitches. Just want to feel it going in. I think that's 5. Yep, that's 5. So I need to come back one. You can just feel your mini's coming today. Yay! Mine came in a parcel all of its own, which was pretty exciting. It was my big pre-order. Not that I've actually ordered that much in pre-order. I'm trying to be reasonably restrained, whatever the word is. Restrained. But I do have some more coming tomorrow, I think. But yes, so most of my pre-order arrived in a different box. Right. Okay, let's pop those dies back in the box because they're so small I can lose them very easily. Pop those back in the box. Right, so we have all our pieces. All we need to do now is put it together. So now I am one of these sad people who, when I cut this piece of paper, got it as near to central as I could. It's not exactly central with the pattern, but I'm going to pretend that it is. And then the pattern for the collar, I also, sorry, but that's just who I am. But I am going to pop this up so that it doesn't completely disappear into the background. But what I want to do when I've cut it, when I've stuck it rather, is I'm going to cut out the little bit there so that there's white underneath. So white dimensionals. And the reason I use the plaid tidings is because my father is known for wearing Viola shirts. I don't know if they still make Viola shirts, but anyway, those brushed cotton shirts. So it kind of felt right. Okay, so let me load, aim, and fire. As near as I can. No, that's crooked. I know, it's very sad. But that's just the kind of girl I am. For me, it's either got to be absolutely square or completely not. And that's not. And it's not. It's neither absolutely square nor completely not. Come along. Okay, I'm going to go for the middle. I think part of the problem is that this is very loose, shall we say? Silence while I concentrate. Yeah, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's not bad. And then I'm just going to cut away the little bit in the middle so that it's obvious that it's a neck or something underneath. T-shirt, vest, something like that. So we've got that nice white bit there. Now for his braces, these are too long. Only just, but they are too long. I am going to concentrate on the bottom rather than the top. Or am I? No, I think I might. No, in fact, I think I might go over the edge and trim off both ends. So what I'm going to do is take my tear and tape. You've all been very quiet this morning. I'm going to lay my tear and tape down this stripe. Who else has made and sent Christmas cards? So Veronica has, Claire has, I have. So I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish that down so it's properly adhered, and then pull that off. And just lay my braces down. So as I say, my father is known for viola shirts and red braces. Poor love, a few years back he had a really bad bout of shingles, and it hit his waist, as is often the way, but it hit his waist and pretty much every other part of his anatomy. Poor chap was in hospital for quite a long time with it, because he was so ill. It was misdiagnosed to begin with. He was on holiday and it was misdiagnosed, so it got hold, and as I say, he's got a form of leukemia, so it's never a great thing when he's not well, but he has been left with the nerve end pain, so he now finds that wearing, look at this sticking out, wearing a belt is not a great idea these days, so he wears red braces and makes a statement. Nearly all cards posted. Well done. Can I hibernate now, please, and wake you up for it when it's Easter? Yeah, I know that kind of feeling, really. So yes, this side's nicely lined up and this side isn't. So I'm going to just see if by any remote chance I can peel up this dimensional. Yes. Right, let's see if I can get that lined up a little better. It's a bit better. Just need to trim that bit of paper from underneath. There we go. Right, so those are his braces, easily stuck on with tear and tape, and then his clips need to go there, and then his buttons down the front. So I'm going to do his buttons first, and then we'll do his clips. So again, I am just going to grab my adhesive, and we've got 6 buttons, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can fill in 5 and 6. May need to die cut some more, in fact we will, but that's easy. So let's take your pick. That one's the right way up. So top button, that one's the right way up. Absolutely perfect for a wedding or graduation, Nora. So, you know, I said I had a headache, and I do still have a headache. One of the things that tends to happen when I get a headache, and it is only a headache, it's not a migraine, I do get migraines as well, but this is only a headache. But I also get floaters, and if I get a headache, I tend to get floaters, and guess what? Can't see the buttons. Now, I can't decide whether... No, I think that's too many. So we'll just have 4. That's fine. We will have 4. So I've just peeled the adhesive off the back of my braces clip. This is where the adhesive sheet is just amazing. Again, let's get those reasonably even. And then these bits. Now these have been through the die cutter twice. Made 100, posted 15. Fair enough. Last posting day, 2nd. Ooh, no, I tell a lie. I was thinking last posting day for Germany. A friend of ours is in Germany at the moment. She is German. The lady who lost her husband recently went over to Germany to bury his ashes, and has stayed, because up until recently Germany's lockdown was not as horrific as ours. Now Germany is stepping up, so not quite sure where that leaves her. But yes, so she's spending Christmas in Germany. Last posting day for Germany is tomorrow. Last posting day for the US and Canada was Saturday, so anyone watching from the US and Canada who I may or may not have sent a card to, sorry, only posted them yesterday. But I get the feeling that the US Postal Service is probably having as much fun as ours, so who knows when they'll arrive anyway. Last signed for post in the UK is Monday. That much I do know. All your cards are done and posted. Well done, Nora. I have to say all of ours are done and posted. However, I did make about 200. Hand delivered the ones for the village. Did those yesterday. Yes, yesterday. And as I said earlier, filled up the letterbox in the village and in the village next to us with the others. So that was fun. Right, time for a sip of coffee. So that is the finished card. And now I thought I would make another quick card, just using the stamps. So what I'm looking for is, let's see, and when I say the stamps, I mean the stamps and card as opposed to just the stamps. So I am thinking I'm going to go, I might go, Seaside Spray, haven't used for a while. So Seaside Spray. Yeah, I saw something on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in that United States Postal Service is really suffering. So I'm going to, as I say, use cardstock and stamps, but I'm going to put it onto a basic card. I'm going to trim down my basic, my basic card, however. Sorry, I'm going from being too hot to being too cold, and it's all down to my blow fan, because I forgot to put the heating on in my studio. And I've been doing quite a lot of work over in the house, because I do find that if I need to spread out, it's much easier in the house than it is over here. So this I am trimming to 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. Yes, so 1/4 of an inch off what I would call my normal standard. And then I'm going to pop that onto, let's see, Seaside Spray. Ooh, there's a thought. There's a thought. Sorry, I'm just looking at my colour coach. Colours. What I want is grey granite, and of course I have smoky slate, but not grey granite. That's fine, I can cut a piece of grey granite. I need to do some mass cutting, I feel. So, grey granite. That might be what I'm looking for. 3 7/8. It is. So that's going to go on there, like that. And then, no, I'm going to, right, okay, we're there. I know what I'm doing now, sort of. I sort of know what I'm doing. Sort of, but not quite. Okay, I need early espresso card base. So, as ever, score once, cut once. So I'm going to score in half, cut in half. Let's pop that to one side. Where are we time-wise? Oh, just coming up to 12. This should be perfect timing then. So I only need one of those. But yes, score once, cut once. Always a good idea. Right, so I'm using Seaside Spray as my top mat. My other mat is grey granite, and I'm going to use that tie and I think I might do a thank you. Thank you cards are going to be really, really important in about a week, 10 days, me feels. Oh, that's a blow. Okay. Oh no, I know where I think I might have one. My early espresso is in the house. I was using it for stamping the sentiment on the inside of the card, but fortunately I have my class one. You know, in the days when we could do classes. Remember those days? So hopefully this one is actually going to have some ink in it, because it's not been used for about a year. So tie, thank you, let's put that slightly more central. Right, so I'm using early espresso ink because this is early espresso, simple as. And I'm just going to ink. It's not the most juicy ink pad in the world. I say it hasn't been used for a year, nearly. February was the last time I might have used it. I'm going to get my re-inker. Where's my early espresso? Soft suede, no. Early espresso, hurrah! You can see just how dry it is because it is just soaking in without any problem whatsoever, apart from around the sides. You always find that the middle dries up first. So let me grab my cheap, nasty plastic bone folder. Thank you, Margaret. Yes, I miss. Well, this is sort of coffee and cards jam. You know, I've got a coffee and I'm making cards. But I do know what you mean. In fact, I think the last thing we did was the class here. So that was the irony of this year. I hadn't been doing, other than coffee and cards, I hadn't been doing face-to-face events for a while. By the way, these are biodegradable wet wipes. So I am protecting the planet a wee bit. Right. So yes, I think the last thing we did was the class here, but I'm not sure. No, I know it's not the same. It's second best. That's inking up better. It's amazing what happens when you put ink on your ink pad. Right, so, actually, I've just had a thought. I was going to use that, and then I've just realised that the gap on my mini thing is not going to be wide enough. So let's You can put it there. I just can't be bothered to get my big die cutter out. So I'm going to do it on this. March 1st, yeah. I definitely did a... Hello, Barbara. Just getting light. So, right, that's that. So yes, I'm using a scrap, but you could, I still haven't inked it up brilliantly. You could die cut it from the middle of your base mat. I'm all for using up the middle of your mats, particularly if they're foil. Just saying. That needs to go there. That needs to go away. Then I can get out my die cutter. Again, any excuse to use my little baby. Right, okay. So, tie. The glue for these dies is phenomenal, and because they're straight runs, they are quite fragile, so I don't really want to bully them off their sticky. You can tell I'm concentrating, can't you? I've gone quiet. Oh, while I remember, next Tuesday there will be coffee and card. The following Tuesday, maybe not. I need to just chill a little. 4 a.m. in California. Are you not going to bed, or have you got up? That wasn't brilliantly die cut, but you know, there we go. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to put that down. I'm trying to put that away. Yeah, I've not die cut that particularly brilliantly. I'm just going to, because it's going to do my nut, I'm just going to trim that so that it is beautifully die cut. You could fussy cut this. I mean, obviously, it's only a straight line. I do sometimes find, and this is my fault, I should have put some washi tape or something, or a post-it note over this die. Straight dies do sometimes go skew whiff when you run them through the die cutter. It's just the pressure of the plates. The plates can do this. So do just bear that in mind. Learn from my mistakes. A bit of washi. Dogs needed to go off at 3 a.m. Okay. See, the joy of cats. Litter tray. Right, so I'm going to have that there. Then I'm going to have my thank you. And what I think I might do, can't decide. I was thinking I could do more ties in the background. What do you think? But with soft seafoam. What do you reckon? See, the other thing I've left over the road is my cleaner, stamp cleaner. I think I'm going to get soft seafoam and do tone-on-tone stamps, ties even. You can tell I didn't plan this one, can't you? A piece of scrap, also known the back of an order. So let's see. This may or may not work. Hovering because I can't decide. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the emergency side. And that's not brilliantly stamped, not brilliantly inked up, but we can deal with that in a moment. Now, can you actually see what I'm doing? Probably not. So I'm just doing tone-on-tone ties across the middle of my card. So say this was the one I hadn't planned. It's almost straight. Right, so that's that. Now, I didn't stamp the top left terribly well, but this is where having a Stampin' Write marker is a great addition. So I just didn't ink the top of the stamp up particularly well. That's better. Right. Okay. So we've got that. Then we can have this hovering over the top of some of them, or one of them. In fact, I might put it there, slightly offset and on dimensionals. And then I might change this out. In fact, I'm going to change this out. Instead of thank you, I'm going to have you're the best. In fact, I might have thank you, you're the best. Let's get a bigger block and see. I think that works. Right, okay, so what I want is a punch that is going to work with that. I think that'll work. That'll work. And we're going to go again onto, with early espresso, onto grey granite. And this time I can use the scrap, I think. How far down does that go? Yep, no, that's going to be fine. So this isn't the scrap, this is the first layer matte. So I need to be down here. This is stuck on crooked. Just saying, I stuck my... That would have been great if I had stamped it nearer the bottom. Fortunately, we've got two sides, we've also got two ends. So we'll come down about here. Hopefully that's nearer where we need to be. Yes. There we go. So thank you, you're the best. Right, okay, let's stick this little so-and-so together. So, need some adhesive. Come on. And then we will have the fun of prizes, because we all like a prize. Right, okay, so thank you, you're the best. We need a couple of dimensionals, I would think. Let's go this side. 1, 2, not taking the bottoms off yet. So thank you, you're the best. And actually, I might go no, that's exactly the same. In fact, let's just do that and that. And when they're on dimensionals, I think that will look okay. It's not the best card I've ever made in my life, but it'll do. Sticky scissors. Right. Okay. There, I think. As I say, not the best card I've ever made. I'm just trying to think what I have got that I could add. Nothing really. No, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, so now I just need to stick that on the card base. And don't want that. That's the horrid one. I want that one because it's a nice one. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Barbara, you're late, so hang on and I will show you what I did with Plaid Tidings. And this, mind you, I think you've already seen it, but... So this is very much what I would call a maybe casual crafter type card. So we have that one. Our first one was my nod to Strictly Come Dancing with the black glitter paper and Wink of Stella on the buttons. I think this will be clearer when I do the photos, because this will go on my website tomorrow with luck. So this is actually quite a quick card to put together. It's just bits of die cutting. I popped up the collar and the bow tie just so there's a bit more dimension. And then this is a replication or replica, a new making of the card I made for my father's 90th birthday, and I did put 90 in silver on it as well. And we've got the Cajun Craze buttons down the middle. Again, I might add some Wink of Stella to those, because that actually can lift things quite nicely so that they don't go quite so far into the background. What you can do, and actually what I think I did with my father's card, is you can stack these, so you can put 3 or 4 layers so that they are proud. But so that's that card, and then the one we just made, which is okay, not my favourite. Right, okay, so we are now past 12 o'clock, so it's past the spot time. So my project for the spot, which this week is last minute greeting Christmas gifts, is my little mini keepsake box, and I've used the green foil. I've also done one in red, and I've done a belt and a buckle with both of them, and this is the all dressed up dies. So you could actually, for the belt, you could use this, but there isn't a buckle in this set. But yeah, so that's the all dressed up, and inside you can put obviously lots of little things, jewellery, those sorts of things, but what I've put in is a Quality Street Intrigue. Didn't even know these things existed, but they do, and they fit nicely into the box. But you could put anything you want, and this is the Playful Pets trim, and I used the red trim for the Santa Claus version, which is over in the house, rather unhelpfully. I think that knot's coming undone, but anywho. Oh no, I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. Anyway, and then the star comes from the curvy keepsake, the mini curvy keepsake dies as well. Just need to tuck your ends in. So that's the spot. Lots and lots of last minute gifting ideas over on the Spot website. So do go and have a look at those. We love it when people actually take part. Absolutely, Rachel. Absolutely. I mean, we really have gone from one extreme to the other. So yes, curvy keepsake. Do remember, for those of you in the UK, if you shop with me and use the host code, you will be entered into the draw for the A Wish for Everything stamp set and Word Wishes dies. The order has to be £50 or more, and with the host code. So that's for anyone in the UK wishing to shop and go into the draw for that. That's right the way up until the end of December. Then we've got the prize for this week is pretty special. So it is a Time for Tea, which is a retired set, but it's got the dies as well. So these are new, not been used. Let me just open this up so that you can see they have not been used. Lovely labels, as well as dies to cut out the stamped images. So a rather special prize, which will be drawn in, not next week, but whenever the next Coffee and Cards is after next week. So yes, so that's for the 15th, that's for today. The prize for the day when it was my father's birthday, so the 1st of December, is a Merry Hello. The winner is, or was, here, and I have a thinking suspicion she may already have this stamp set, but she could gift it to somebody else. And it is Claire Steele, who entered twice because she shared on YouTube and on Facebook, and it was actually, I think, from memory, it was her YouTube sharing that won, because I always, if you share on both, I enter you twice. Sharing twice from Facebook gets you 1 entry, but sharing once on Facebook and once on YouTube, you get 2 entries. So that is going to Claire. Claire, I will get that out to you this week. So thank you, Claire. So yes, that is it. So yes, and to, as I say, to Rachel's point, 1 bundle, but we've got everything from something really quite simple, and we didn't need to add the die cut tie. We could have just done this. A recreation of the card I did for my father, and great for graduation, wedding, those sorts of things, with the sparkle, which just about, there we are, sparkle. So this will go on to my website tomorrow with close-ups, so you can have a look at those properly tomorrow. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description bar below to the associated blog post, and you will see close-ups. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't already, like Old Stables Crafts page and all that good stuff, and I will see you again very soon. Keep well, keep safe, and let's hope that we kick this peep virus soon. Thank you, Rachel. I'm sure it will get better with a bit of calm and possibly a run might week, I hope. Bye bye.